Hi, my name is Chris Stoddard. I am a Dare County Extension Master Gardener volunteer. We are continuing the series on plants that survive and thrive on the Outer Banks with a shrub called Indian hawthorn. Now, shrubs are a very important part of any landscape, and Indian hawthorn is a hardworking and tough plant that tolerates a wide variety of landscape conditions. Now, even though its native range is southern China, it does well in our Zone 8 area and is used frequently by many landscapers. It is an evergreen that loves the full sun, but will tolerate some shade. You may not get as many flowers. The best flowering and resistance to a certain leaf spot disease occurs in locations that are in full sun. Once established, it is moderately drought tolerant as well as tolerant to the wind and salt spray. These attributes make it the perfect shrub to plant near the beaches. Now, Indian hawthorn can be used around your homes and landscapes. It is compact and can get a little bushy, but it handles pruning well and is very low maintenance once established. There are compact cultivars that are suitable for small gardens and as foundation shrubs, while the larger ones can be used as hedges or screening in your landscape. In the spring, new unfolding leaves are reddish to bronze, while the star-shaped flowers emerge in clusters. They have a delicate floral fragrance that attracts many pollinators. In the summer, the Indian hawthorn produces fruit that are an attractive purple to blue to black in color. These ripen in the late summer and fall. They are a good food source for many wildlife species, especially our local birds. Flower colors range from a snow white to light pastel pinks. Here are just three of a very long list of cultivars that have good resistance to this particular disease I'll talk about in a few seconds. Umbellata, which is called blue berry muffin, has white flowers and the leaves turn a deep purple in the winter. Clara, who is white flowered with reddish new growth that matures to a dark green. And then you have Olivia, which has white flowers and is considered one of the most disease-resistant hawthorns. Winter injury does occur and damages the leaves, and the stems may split. If the plant is healthy, it will survive. If they are weakened by improper fertilization and irrigation, exposure to weed killers, which is a big thing, and foliar disease, they may be more apt to be damaged by cold weather. Now, the most common disease of Indian hawthorn is called entomosporum leaf spot, and it's caused by a fungus. It often occurs after periods of frequent rainfall in the spring and fall. Tiny, round, red spots on the upper and lower sides of young leaves are the first symptoms. These get bigger and on severely diseased leaves form large blotches. Early leaf drop will occur in severe infections. And the best way to prevent this leaf spot is to find plants, that are resistant cultivars. Grow them in full sun and space the plants to allow for good air movement and avoid overhead watering. There are various fungicides available. Begin their use when new leaves first appear in spring until about early June. You should spray every 10 days during the rainy spring weather, and we've had a lot of rain this year, or at least every 2 weeks during dry weather. Additional treatments may be needed in the fall. Indian hawthorn is a plant that should be considered for many coastal landscapes. There are so many cultivars out there that are now resistant to this terrible leaf spot disease. It is one tough plant that tolerates the tough conditions here on the Outer Banks. Now, here are two great sources for more information on Indian hawthorns. They have these two websites are North Carolina State University and Clemson Cooperative Extension. Have great information on the many varieties that are available that are resistant to the fungal disease leaf spot. For more information, or if you have any kind of gardening question, call Ask a Master Gardener at 473-4290 or email us at greenlineobx@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.